And here we have Deluxe Dead End. And Dead End is a burgundy kind of car. It's kind of a car. And it's a fairly big departure from what his G1 self was, albeit still a car. And this Dead End seems to be much more based on... It looks a lot like Transformers Prime Knockout. And it's just a very similar car, fairly similar primary color. The details are a bit different. But he still has that yellowy stripe, and this is a bit more of a gold. This is a very bright yellow. Still missing the rub sign, which isn't too big of a deal. He's missing a bit of paint on the door here that breaks up the red, which is, it's a bit unfortunate. But he does have some nice detailing. No real detailing on the back. Some nice paintwork on the side. Just unfortunate they didn't get the red there. And a nice bumper. And his Decepticon symbol's kind of... yeah, crooked. And they need a good old duly appointed enforcer of the Tiras Court to properly straighten that out. And on to transformation. We'll start by unhooking the legs here. And Dead End is another one of the Stunticons that is very much defined by his name. His character is defined by his name. And that he's very narcissistic. Or nihilist. He's a nihilist. I don't know where that word's hard. And he sees everything as a dead end, really. And he has no faith in anything except the end. And when faced with a challenge, he thinks, why bother? We're all going to die horribly in the end. And so he's just a general fun guy to be around. And here we have Deluxe Dead End in robot mode. And with Dead End in robot mode, I shall also get this one quickly into robot mode, the exact same transformation as G1 Breakdown. And there you have them. And with the heads, you can see that the new head, this head, is very different from this head. And the reason for that is because when they did Dead End's character model, he had a very different head about him. As you can see there, that's his old G1 animation model head. And I think they got a pretty good approximation of it. A nice transition to 3D. And they put a bit of color in there, and the color was used in the cartoon. And so with articulation, he has ball-jointed shoulders. He has an elbow that can get to 90 degrees, which you'd think it could get a bit more considering the angle of it. But this arm cable just gets in the way, just ever so slightly enough that blocks the articulation. His hand is actually ratcheted, which is a strange touch. Because I don't think any of the other Stunticons have their articulation like that. He has a waist swivel. He has ball-jointed hips. He has a double-jointed knee, but the backness, the car gets in the way of it. Does he have a double joint knee? Okay, so the second joint can't do much as part of the knee. This part. And then he has no foot articulation at all, as it's just one big boot. And his head. Forgot to mention his head. It doesn't have as much wobble, but he's able to look around quite a bit. And I can accept that. That is That's not bad articulation in the slightest. And for his accessories, he has this mysterious contraption that all the Stunticons seem to have. For some reason, it's weird. And he can put it in there for some reason, underneath his shoulder. Because you never know when you want a shoulder cannon. He can put it in his hand. He can put it kind of out of his knee, if you're feeling so inclined. I am not feeling so inclined. Like drag strip before him, if you turn that around, there's the hole in his waist. Or crotch, but so that you could, like, if you had a stand that had that kind of peg, you could stand him up from it. Which is a really nice touch that they've done. And he comes with one other accessory, which I find hilarious. Because all the other Stunticons comes with swords and even an axe. Dead End just comes with a pipe. Just a mean-looking pipe. Just fit it into his hand and he'll just beat someone down with it, as the world's always beaten on him. And I really like how Dead End turned out. They used this mold to also do a Wild Rider. And I'm pretty pleased with how Dead End turned out. He is one of my more favorite Stunticons, just because he's just a fun guy to be around. And he's the life of the party, really. The Stunticon party. And that was Deluxe Dead End. Not the hood, the windshield. The windshield of a car kind of hindering it almost in seeing out of.